All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started because the purpose of this overview is just to quickly provide you with enough information about this scheduling position that you can decide if you're a fit or not. And that way, neither party has to waste time moving forward with an interview unnecessarily. So, if you're not in the position to take notes at the moment, I recommend you at least pay really close attention because during this overview, you'll receive specific instructions to follow to be scheduled for a phone interview. And your ability to follow instructions is extremely important to us because this is a virtual position. So we want to work with people who can follow instructions and work efficiently without a lot of supervision. Um, with that being said, we also want people with great phone personalities, positive attitudes, and clean criminal backgrounds. So if you're chosen for this position, you won't be required to pay for the background check, but you will be required to pass it in order to work with us. So I want to say we're not worried about misdemeanors, traffic tickets, your credit score, or anything of that nature. Our main concern actually are financial felonies. So if you have a financial felony within the past 10 years, unfortunately, that may disqualify you. Also, if you're rude or negative or both, that will definitely disqualify you. We're a team full of positive people, so negativity is not acceptable. With that being said, if you feel like the background check won't be a problem for you, please continue listening. Okay, and I want to start by reiterating the fact that this position is 100% virtual. So you can do this wherever you have access to the internet, regardless if you're at home or on the go. And the task required can be completed in just a few hours per day at your convenience. So we aren't one of those companies that allows you to work from home but monitors when you're online or on the phone and dictates the times you have to work and so forth. You can work as little or as much as you like. You'll have complete time freedom and control of your schedule. And even though we're a sales and marketing team, as a scheduler on our team, you'll never be required to do any selling of any kind to any end users of our products. Okay, so you'll be trained to simply attract, screen, and schedule interviews for people who want more information about the position. The management team will conduct the interviews for you, decide if your prospects are a good fit for the team, and also train your prospects and support their growth. But you'll be paid as if you're managing those things on your own, even though all you'll really be doing is scheduling the interviews. So this position, in that sense, could also be considered an appointment setting position as well as a recruiting position because you'll be paid three ways as a scheduler. And one of the three ways is from the production of the people you scheduled interviews for. So, for the sake of this overview, the word recruiter and the word scheduler will be synonymous. When I talk about recruiters, I'm referring to schedulers. And when I talk about schedulers, I'm referring to recruiters. Um, and actually, the scheduling position is just a portion of the recruiting process, which is why you're paid a percentage of of production when the person you schedule goes on to be a successful salesperson. All right. You're also paid upfront for your production and you receive residuals. So it's extremely possible to make really good money just performing simple tasks with consistent effort from your home. And I'll go into more detail about each of the three ways a scheduler is paid in a second. But since it doesn't matter how huge the income potential is for a scheduler if no one wants to be scheduled for an interview, I'm going to give you just going to start off by giving you a few reasons why a salesperson would want to be recruited by us in the first place. All right. And there's several reasons, but for the sake of time, I'll just focus on the top three reasons. So the first reason a salesperson is attracted to this position is the products we market are in the highest demand. There's probably nothing more in demand right now than identity theft. theft protection. There's over 27,000 identity theft victims every day. And the protection we offer is superior to the competition because it protects people from all 5 areas of identity theft, while the competition mainly focuses on financial identity theft, which only accounts for a small percentage of the identities being stolen. Plus, our protection includes full restoration, while other companies only offer restoration assistance. And the difference between the two is restoration assistance basically means they'll tell you how to restore your identity, while full restoration means we'll actually do what it takes to restore your identity for you, which is what we offer. Okay. Then there's the legal protection portion of the service, which works like the legal version of health insurance because members pay a small monthly fee to have 24/7 access to attorneys for any type of legal issue, whether it's traffic, family, employment, poor customer service, someone's receiving too many telemarketing calls, or their mechanics are overcharging, or if they want to have a will written or whatever. Now because of this type of product, the millions of average people who normally would be forced to suffer through injustice can now afford justice. So you can see these are products that actually stand for a good cause, and salespeople can feel good and proud to stand behind them and build a long-term career with. So the products are actually so good at times, the salespeople really don't have to do much selling. They just have to let people know that the products exist. Okay, so the second reason is that the salespeople are attracted to this position is, of course, the fact that they have the opportunity to make a lot of money. There are no income caps. The products they're selling are only about $10 to $50 in price, but they'll earn between $15 to $280 in commission per sale for each of those products. So for every 10 sales, they can earn anywhere from $150 to $2,800 in commission, which is great money considering some salespeople can make 10 sales in one day. And that's just their upfront money. They're also paid residuals for every membership they sell. So for as long as the client owns that membership, they'll receive residuals. So even if they decide to stop selling, they can still be paid for the memberships they've already sold. So I'm sure you can imagine how exciting it is for a salesperson to hear something like that when most of their life they probably sold things that they were only paid for once, and the products that they sold in the past were, probably as good or in demand. So when they hear things like this, the salespeople are excited, because there are salespeople who have grown their book of business to a 6-figure residual income separate from the commissions they earn throughout the year. Plus, they receive cash bonuses and all-inclusive trips for their protection, and we pay them immediately. We do direct deposit every day, Monday through Friday, within 72 hours of their sales. Okay, so those are the first 2 reasons that a salesperson will want to be recruited. Now, to complete the list of the top 3 reasons a salesperson would want to be recruited for this position is the time freedom. Salespeople have the ability to work full or part-time. They can work every day or just the days that are convenient for them. There's no quota. They can work as little or as much as they like. So those are the top 3 reasons a salesperson would be attracted to this position. The products are in demand, the income is uncapped, and the schedule is flexible. And the attractiveness of the sales position is actually one of the main reasons a recruiter can be successful in this scheduling position. Now, another reason a scheduler could be successful here is the fact that we have a gigantic candidate pool to work with. We consider all backgrounds for sales agents. Some of our top sales agents are former pastors, police officers, construction workers, stay-at-home parents, and so on. And to expand that candidate pool even larger, a scheduler can recruit anywhere in the US, Canada, or the UK. So this is an incredible opportunity for someone with vision who is also willing to work and be coached. So let's go over the 3 ways a scheduler is paid so you can see the type of income potential that's achievable here. All right. So the first way a scheduler is paid is whenever someone you schedule an interview for becomes a member on your team, you earn a commission of $30 to $280 per member. So for every 10 members on your team, you'd earn between $300 to $2,800 in commission. Okay, and the amount you receive per member will depend on the production of your team. So as you schedule interviews, the amount of members on your team will increase, which means the production of your team will more than likely increase, and so will the amount you receive in commission per member. All right. Now, also, as your team grows, the bulk of your income will become the overrides. The commissions are upfront money and good to get started with, but the overrides is the money you'll earn each time a membership is sold by anyone on your team. And you could accumulate hundreds of people on your team that sell thousands of memberships on a monthly basis. And regardless of how many salespeople you accumulate or how many sales they all make, you're paid an override of $5 to $180 for each and every one of those sales. So for every 10 sales made by salespeople on your team, you would earn anywhere from $50 to $1,800 in overrides. And again, this works the same way as the commissions. The more your team produces, the more you'll earn in overrides per sale. And $5 to $180 per sale in overrides is great money, considering, like I said before, some salespeople can sell 10 memberships in one day. All right, and like I said, again, the more your team produces, the more you're earning overrides per sale. We have recruiters on our team that earn 5-figure monthly incomes just from their overrides, in addition to the money they earn from commissions. Plus, on top of the commissions and overrides, schedulers also receive residuals. Which means after you've been paid for the initial sale of the memberships, you'll continue to be paid on those memberships as long as the clients continue owning them as well. So even if thousands of memberships are sold within your team, when those memberships are renewed, you'll receive anywhere from $5 to $40 in residuals per renewal. All right. So even if you no longer work with us, you'd still receive the residuals for the clients that have their membership. So let's say a recruiter works with our team long enough to build a 6-figure annual residual income and decides they don't want to work anymore. They could do that. They could just sit there and get paid. They earn that right just for being the person that found the sales agent that sold the memberships. Okay. And because of that, those memberships are attached to them forever. Now, that was a brief description of the 3 ways recruiters are paid, which are the commissions when recruits become members, overrides when recruits sell memberships, and residuals as clients continue owning their memberships. And when any of those transactions take place, you'll be paid for them within 72 hours of the transactions, Monday through Friday. So schedulers are also paid daily. Also, you may have noticed that all the 3 of the ways that we're paid is based solely on performance. And we've never dreamed of changing our compensation plan. Our schedulers love it this way because they have the ability to earn what they're worth and work when it's convenient for them. A lot of times when companies offer a base pay, they attach a ceiling to your income potential and a leash to your freedom. That's not the case on our team. No one's going to be watching over your shoulder. You'll have complete time freedom and the true ability to create financial freedom with uncapped income potential. All right. So with that being said, if you're accepted to this position, you'll have to fill out a 1099 agreement, which basically states that you're going to have to pay taxes just like any other working citizen. The good news is there's a lot of things you can write off because of the 1099 status. You should consult with an accountant for that information because you could actually save money and pay less, because of the 1099 status. Now, before I explain how you can move forward, with a phone interview, I want to give you some information about the training and mentorship that's going to be provided. All right. And even though the training provided is extremely thorough, it's designed to be completed quickly. our goal is to have you trained in a couple days and paid within a couple weeks. Now, the training consists of two phases. First, there's the theory portion, which mainly consists of online videos and documents that will teach you the details about our company, our team, our products, and our processes, and so forth. Once you've completed the theory portion of the training, you'll go on to the hands-on portion, which will be ongoing. Okay, but when we first start the hands-on portion, the main focus is just going to be to get you started and earning as quickly as possible. So we'll provide you with the scripts and emails that'll take you step by step through the process of screening and scheduling interviews. Then you'll need people who want more information about the position so you can schedule the interviews. And those people we refer to as leads. And the leads are the seeds, the fuel, and the food. So you won't grow, go, or survive without them. Because without leads, you won't have anybody to schedule interviews for. And if you're not scheduling interviews, your team isn't growing, producing, or making you any money. And if you aren't making any money, that means we aren't making any money. And since there's a cost for us to bring you on, we definitely want to make sure you're successful here, or it would be a loss for us as a team, which is a huge reason you're going to be assigned a mentor from the management team. And besides helping you grow as a scheduler, their job will be to teach you how to advertise this position to attract a continuous flow of leads without using your own money. And the mentorship is a very strong part of our training. It's really provided a lot of success for people joining our team. So hopefully, as well as you are working unsupervised and alone, you can also be coachable, because that's going to be very important to your success. All right. And with that being said, I want to reiterate the fact that everyone will not be invited to join this team, which is probably obvious since we're going to be conducting a background check, providing mentorship, and world-class training. So if you are invited to join our team, you'll be joining an elite sales and marketing team for a 40-year-old publicly traded company that specializes in providing legal services at an affordable price. All right. Now, we're one of the most successful teams in the company. The company is Legal Shield, and our team is the Success Team. And even though there's no investment required for you to work with us, there is an expense for us to bring you on the team. So we're looking for a specific type of people. Again, that's people who can work efficiently without supervision, people with great phone personalities and positive attitudes. And like I mentioned earlier, your ability to follow instructions is extremely important to us. So pay very close attention to what I'm about to say. So if you'd like to be scheduled for a phone interview, again, pay very close attention right now. In fact, if you miss even part of what I'm going to say for the next 30 seconds or so, you could lose your candidacy. So if you're interested in moving forward, I need you to reply to the email that sent you to this overview with these three statements. And each statement must be numbered and labeled numerically. Number one, I attended the entire overview. Number two, I understand this is a 1099 position. And number three, I am interested in joining the Success Team. That's it. Now, if you have to rewind this overview to make sure you have all three statements written down correctly, even though they're right there on the screen, whatever, do what it takes, because again, we're confident in the opportunity we're offering and selective about who we bring on. So if you feel you're a fit for this position and serious about working from home and eager to get started, prove it by replying to the email that sent you to this overview immediately with the correct statements, numbered correctly. Do not wait for a later time. Do it now, because even if we're not in a position to respond right away, we'll be able to see when we sent you the overview versus when you responded. So take 3 minutes right now and reply to the email that sent you here with the three statements on the screen confirming you've actually watched the overview. All right. I wish you the best with your interview and have a great one.